Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have a bit of a troubling situation developing as threats from a South American leader against President Donald Trump and the United States of America have been made. And if there was one dumb thing I would never do, it would be threaten the President of the United States or threaten this great country we all call home. Seems like a great way to get absolutely steamrolled and crushed. So we're going to get into exactly what's happening, and this is all happening while we continue our military buildup against Venezuela. And now it appears some more people might want to get in on the action. And I guess they're looking over at Maduro being like, oh, that guy's about to get either killed or have to flee. Let me get some of that. I want to test the United States military as well. And that would be none other than Colombian leader Petro Gustavo Petro, excuse me, that's his name. But before we get into it, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free, huge boost to the channel. Comment with your thoughts below. How do you want to see this play out? How do you want to see this end? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that notifications bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. Please reach out with any tips or anything you got. Now let's get into it. As everyone knows, unless you're living under a rock, the United States of America is continuing its massive military buildup off the coast of Venezuela. The Gerald R. Ford Strike Carrier Group is on the move from the Mediterranean. It's believed to be somewhere in the Atlantic right now. It has turned off its transponder, so we don't actually know where it is. The ghost ship, the MV Ocean Trader, has resurfaced in striking distance of Venezuela. A lot of moving pieces here. A lot of really rapidly changing information is coming in. One of the people involved in this situation is Colombian President Gustavo Petro. Colombia, for those of you who don't know, is a massive drug cartel safe haven. It is a country that gives safe refuge to the cartels. The government is intertwined with the cartels. They produce a lot of drugs that then move up north. You would think the president of Colombia would want to do everything possible to turn the heat down and not catch the attention of the Trump administration, because we all know with what's about to go down in Venezuela, you don't want any part of that either. You would think that. You would think that the right thing to do would be, let's not piss off the most powerful country in the world. Well, you'd be wrong, because Gustavo Petro went over the weekend and said, quote, "The ancestral jaguar will awaken if the golden eagle dares to attack the condor. I warn Rubio and Trump, be careful. You're entering Bolivar homeland where peasant armies with spears defeated mighty Spanish and French forces. Caribbean people are used to hurricanes, and we can unleash one." What he is doing here, make no mistake about it, he is threatening the United States of America. He's threatening to attack Trump. He is threatening to attack the United States of America. Colombia, a country with no real military capabilities. Its leader, Gustavo Petro, is threatening to attack the United States of America. Now, his comments are in Spanish here, but I'm going to play them for you. Let's watch.
Yo sí le diría a Rubio y a Trump, cuidado, están atravesando el Caribe de los libertadores, cuidado, se están metiendo con la patria de Bolívar. ¿Acaso usted no han leído la historia de Bolívar? Es que están llegando a las islas y a las tierras donde ejércitos de campesinos con lanzas derrotaban los ejércitos más poderosos del mundo, uno el español del rey, otro el francés de la república, y no pudieron. Cuidado, es que en el mar Caribe hay unos pueblos que siempre han estado acostumbrados a los huracanes.
All right, that's enough of that. I can't listen to this guy talk anymore, but we do have a news article explaining how it all went down. So I want to put this up on the screen for you. Colombian President Gustavo Petro on Saturday again lashed out at his U.S. counterpart, Donald Trump, over recent U.S. attacks on boats in the Caribbean and the Pacific, allegedly carrying drugs. He warned him that, as the legend says, the jaguar will awaken if the golden eagle dares to attack the condor. Speaking at the Three Social Summit of the Peoples of Latin America and the Caribbean, held in Santa Marta in the parallel with the Fourth Summit of the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States and the European Union, which begins tomorrow, Petro stated that it is still possible to talk with the United States. but stressed that it must be with a dialogue on equal terms between equals and without kneeling. Don't wake the jaguar, the president insisted, adding, I would say to the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Trump, be careful. You are crossing the Caribbean of the liberators. You are messing with Bolivar's homeland. The president also stated that among more than 70 deaths recorded in the recent U.S. attacks, there is not a single drug trafficker, but poor people working in an illicit trade that determines the world. They're all drug traffickers. Do you think we just blow up people without knowing who they are? So this guy is threatening to fight the United States of America. He is lying about the boat strikes, and he is threatening our president. He is threatening our country. Well, for those of you who don't know, this feud actually goes back to October when President Trump put this up on Truth Social saying President Gustavo Petro of Colombia is an illegal drug leader strongly encouraging the massive production of drugs in big and small fields all over Colombia. It has become the biggest business in Colombia by far, and Petro does nothing to stop it, despite large-scale payments and subsidies from the USA that are nothing more than a long-term ripoff of America. As of today, these payments or any other form of payment or subsidies will no longer be made to Colombia. The purpose of this drug production is the sale of massive amounts of product into the United States, causing death, destruction, and havoc. Petro, a low-rated and very unpopular leader with a fresh mouth toward America, better close up these killing fields immediately, or the United States will close them up for him, and it won't be done nicely. Thank you for your attention in this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So President Trump already told this scumbag down in Colombia, if you don't stop the drugs in your country, the United States military will come stop them for you, and you're not going to like the way we do it. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to drop big, beautiful bombs on these production facilities, on these areas of your country where the cartels operate in safe havens. We're going to drop big, beautiful bombs on them. Or we're going to send in commandos to smack who's ever on the ground. It's that simple. And we've already taken some moves. So this is from October 24th from CBS News. It says the Trump administration on Friday sanctioned Colombian President Gustavo Petro, as well as his wife, son, and a close associate, an escalation of the feud between President Trump and the man he called an illegal drug leader. The Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Asset Control announced the sanctions on Petro, as well as others, freezing their access to the U.S. assets and blocking their ability to conduct transactions with the U.S. This is a quote from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Since President Gustavo Petro came to power, cocaine production in Colombia has exploded to the highest rates in a decade, flooding the United States and poisoning America. President Petro has allowed drug cartels to flourish and refused to stop this activity. Today, President Trump is taking strong action to protect our nation and make clear we will not tolerate the trafficking of drugs in our nation. So I'll pull this off the screen now. This guy, Gustavo Petro, is asking to get his ass whooped. He is asking for the United States military to come down and punch him in the mouth. Who does this guy think he is? Who does this guy think he is, threatening the United States of America and threatening Trump? In what world is he living where he thinks Colombia is going to have the ability to fight the United States of America? There is no world, no reality where a military conflict happens between the USA and Colombia, and it ends with anything other than the total annihilation of the Colombian military and of the Colombian government. It's almost like this guy is asking to be taken out, threatening the United States with a massive military buildup in the region. Sounds like a great way to get yourself added to the list that Nicolas Maduro and Venezuela are currently on. I mean, seriously, do you want to meet the same fate as Saddam Hussein? Do you want to meet the same fate as Gaddafi? Because that's how this story ends. If you want to threaten the United States of America, you want to threaten our troops, you want to threaten our leaders, and I don't care who the president of the United States is. Anyone who threatens the president of the United States, that's our leader, must be dealt with incredibly harshly. No mercy, no safe haven, no refuge. You want to threaten this country, we will light you up like a firecracker. And our military is the greatest military on the planet. And when our military comes knocking on your door, it is lights out. Venezuela, and I have no problem with the good people of Venezuela. I don't. It's the dictatorship and the government of Venezuela I have an issue with. And if Colombia wants to fuck around and find out, so be it. But I'm an American, and everyone watching this who's an American, I'm sure feels the same way. You're not going to threaten to start a war with us and walk out thinking you're going to come out on top. Our Navy will crush you. Our Air Force will crush you. Our Army will crush you. The Marines will crush you. We're not playing games. This is our country. And every one of these scumbag leaders who has allowed drugs and crime to impact our people should be absolutely dealt with by any means necessary. So to Gustavo Petro, keep your fat little mouth shut unless you want to meet the wrath of the United States military. You want to get an up-close look at what B-2 bombers look like? Keep talking. Keep threatening the United States of America. Keep threatening the President of the United States of America. And I promise you, we will rain hell on you like you can't imagine. I'm trying not to swear. I apologize. I know there's families that watch this together. You want to threaten this country, pal? Take this to the bank. Read my lips. We will wipe you out. It is that simple. We will wipe you out. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this idiot threatening the United States of America? Let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It's totally free. Huge boost to the channel. Hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then right here, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X, D Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Please reach out with any tips you have. I'll see you all next time.